it's me, Chiku from Chiku Study Corner. Today we'll be dealing with the part 2 of chapter 11 of Chemistry Class 12 CBSE, that is Alcohols, Phenols and Ether. This is a chapter from the second part of our textbook, that is the chapter number 2 of book 2. So, alcohols, phenols and ethers, as told in the previous session, are organic compounds. They are derivative of hydrocarbons. We discussed what is alcohols, we discussed the nomenclature, and we discussed the classification of various kinds of alcohols. Yes, now what we are going to learn is the uses of alcohols and also about ethers and phenols. So let's get started. So, to talk about the uses, we all know that the lower alcohols, that is till our butanol, is prepared in high amount in the industries. The manufacturing of these kind of alcohols are very essential for our day-to-day lives, because sanitizers, which are a very major part in our lives now, are made from ethanol, and other medicines have alcoholic content. The beverages that you drink have alcoholic content, and a lot more places are there where you use alcohols. And therefore, the preparation of lower alcohols are done in factories in a large amount. And these alcohols, most of them are awesome solvents. They solve both polar and non-polar substances. So let's see. As told, it is a highly commercially used substance. So first, which is a basic alcohol? The very basic alcohol is methanol. So, what is for methanol, what is its common name? Methanol is methyl alcohol. Okay, methyl alcohol. So this methyl alcohol is highly poisonous. Haven't you heard that when we were learning in our lower classes? We learned methanol is toxic, whereas ethanol is not toxic. But that concept is wrong. Let's get to that. Before that, this methanol, what is its equation? That is CH3OH. Is this methanol? Yes, this is methanol. So, this methanol is prepared in industries in a large amount, because methanol is used for preparation of various other alcohols also. So, methanol is used to prepare what all? Ethanol and formaldehyde. Okay, so this is to talk about methanol. And also methanol is a good fuel. It is used in internal combustors because the fuel form of methanol has a lot of oxygen in it. Okay, so that is to talk about methanol. So let's see the next one, that is ethanol. To talk about the uses of ethanol, ethanol is also what? A good fuel. It is also a good, solvent, etc. So let's write all the points. So, ethanol. What is the common name? Ethyl alcohol. What is the equation? CH3. OH, is that it? No, that is CH3OH. This is our equation for ethanol. So, as told, methanol is used for the preparation of ethanol, and also ethanol is the substance that is there in our drinks, in our beverages. So, this ethyl alcohol is prepared in two ways. One is for our consumption. By the way, the alcoholic beverages that we drink have the content of ethanol or ethyl alcohol as the alcoholic content. And this kind of alcohol is prepared by fermentation of various grains, fruits or other glucose sources. So that is how the preparation of ethanol in our back at our homes. And industries, we have other reactions taking place to be the formation of ethanol. So at our homes, haven't all of us made wine at once even? This wine is made, how is that? We ferment these fruits or wheat or grain, and hence This kind of fermented grain alcohol or beverages are called as what? Grain alcohol. And also these things, how are they converted? The wheats or fruit or these grains have what? High glucose content. This glucose is converted or it undergoes fermentation to become our ethanol. And how does this reaction take place? First thing, we use this, or how do you make it? This wheat is taken and is cooked with malt. Why is it cooked with malt? Therefore, when you cook it with malt, the maximum amount of starch is converted to the glucose form, because glucose converts into ethanol and not starch. So, the conversion of starch to glucose takes place when you add malt and cook it. And after that, what happens is, it is introduced by an enzyme, that is the yeast enzyme, and it ferments. So let's write the equation for that. So I told you what glucose undergoes fermentation to form ethanol. So glucose C6H12O6 undergoes fermentation, and that fermentation is with the help of what? Yeast enzyme. And what happens? This gets converted to ethanol and carbon dioxide. So CH3, CH2, OH plus CO2. So this is how the reaction takes place when you make your alcohol back at home. This is the simple way. And this or the so prepared alcohol only has 12 to 15% alcohol. So this is only 12 to 15% alcohol. And for making it more concentrated, distillation is done. By distillation, you can make it up to 95% or more concentration. Okay? So that is to talk about the uses of or how is the formation of ethanol. And the uses, as told, it's a very good fuel. It's a very good, polar solvent, or you can say it's a non-polar solvent too. It dissolves both polar and non-polar substances. So that's to talk about ethanol. So the ethanol preparation in industries is with the help of a gas called as synthesis gas. The synthesis gas undergoes reaction to form ethanol. So what is the synthesis gas? Synthesis gas is it's actually a mixture of carbon monoxide and hydrogen. So synthesis gas undergoes reaction at it has a condition. What is the condition? The condition is to 200 to 300 atmosphere condition, 300 degrees Celsius, and catalyst is required for the formation of what? Our ethanol from synthesis gas. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. This is to talk about the uses. Now let's see the structure of each of the principal functional groups which are being attached to this alkyl groups to form alcohols, phenols and ethers. So let's see the structures and then move on with the chapter. Now we'll discuss about alcohols and phenols, the structure of the functional group coming there. Over here you can see this is phenol and this is alcohol. This is methanol, and in our methanol, what is there? In our methanol, see, this OH forms a bond angle, and the bond angle is 108 degree, and this is a slightly less because of the lone pair interactions. Okay, because there's lone pair, it pushes this towards this side, and therefore there's a slight decrease in the bond angle, and the bond length of hydrogen and oxygen is 96 picometer, whereas for carbon and oxygen the bond length is 142 picometer. So that is to talk about alcohols. So this is phenol, this is the simple phenol. So phenol, what is the length, bond length? That is 136 picometers. And what is the, why is that? Because the O is desocialized on the ring. Okay, and therefore the length decreases. And the angle between them is 109. So this is the structure of what? Of our OH group or of our functional group inside these. So let's see. The physical properties of alcohols and phenols are the next point that we have to learn. So physical properties. learning two of them, that is boiling points and also about our solubility. So first one is boiling point. To talk about boiling point, what is boiling point? Boiling point is a point at which the water or the liquid starts boiling. Am I right? Or something starts boiling. So, what is the exact definition for boiling point? It's a temperature at which the one state, there's a state transformation from liquid state to vapor state. Am I right? That is called as boiling point. So, to talk about it, for an alcohol, as branching increases, what happens? The boiling point decreases. So what? As branching increases, boiling point decreases. And as the number of carbon increases, what happens? Boiling point also increases. Okay, so for isomers, as I told, for isomers of any of the alcohols, what happens? There is more, if there is more branching, there is lower boiling point, and if there is more number of carbons, there is higher boiling point. Why is it a lower? Because of the least van der Waals forces. Okay, so how would be the isomers of alcohols being arranged? So that will go like primary alcohol is greater than secondary alcohol, greater than tertiary alcohol. So that is to talk about the boiling point. Now let's see about the solubility. So let's start to see about solubility. So what is solubility? Define solubility. Solubility is the amount of solute that can be dissolved in a given amount of solvent. That is the solubility. So let's see about the solubility. Solubility of alcohols and phenols. As the R or the alkyl group increases, what happens? The solubility would also increase. So over here, whatever happens, if there is branching, high branching, then what happens? There is increase in solubility. And also, if R group is longer it is, higher the solubility. I hope this is clear. And to talk about solubility, it is because of the hydrogen bond. The hydrogen is bonded to electronegative oxygen, and there is, let's take it, CH3OH would have a bond like this. Okay, it will form a bond, and therefore solubility is there. And why is there a decrease in solubility when there is increased branching? There is decrease in surface area. So that is to talk about solubility. Now there is all that we have to learn under properties. Now let's do some of the nomenclatures that we discussed before as a revision. So let's do some nomenclature. The compound is a phenol. We'll name a phenol. How would you name this compound? You will start numbering from OH. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So now let's start naming. We have to name it according to the alphabetical order. So this is B comes for bromine, it is bromo, for chlorine it's chloro, and nitrogen it's nitro. So the alphabetical order listing would be bromo, chloro and nitro. I'm sorry. So it will become what? 2 bromo, 6 chloro, 3 nitro, phenol. What is that? 2 bromo, 6 chloro, 3 nitro, there's no space, so phenol. Okay, this is the name for this compound. Next, we'll discuss another compound. That is, now we'll discuss another compound. So, let's name it. As usual, we have to start from the principal functional group, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many carbon? So, this is the parent has 5 carbons and it is something related to pentane. So, this is a cyclopentane. The naming goes like the same way for alphabetical order which we did for the phenol. So, over here this is methyl. Okay, we'll write it. Methyl. This is bromo. So, how will you write? 3-bromo, 2-methyl, cyclohexanol. Sorry, cyclopentanol. Or pentane 1, all is also correct. Since it's 1, you don't have to mention that. So, what is that? 3-bromo, 2-methyl, pentane 1 all. Cyclopentane 1 all. Okay. That is the answer for this. Now let's say one more of a straight chain, an aliphatic carbon. This is also an aliphatic alcohol. Now let's see one more of an aliphatic alcohol. So let's write CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. I'm rubbing this and I'm writing CH2, 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 CH3, CH2, OH, and over here let's give a bromine. So, how will you name this? How will you name this compound? First, you have to take the longest carbon chain. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, obviously, you will not take this even if this was a shorter chain because there is no principal functional group attached to it. What is our definition for numbering? That is, you have to take the longest carbon chain containing the principal functional group. So, this is the longest carbon chain containing principal functional group. So, let's start numbering. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So, in the first group, we have the first number we have hydroxyl group, and on the third position we have bromine. On the fifth position, what is this? This is propyl. Okay, it's a alkyl group with 3 carbons. So this is methane, ethane, and propane. So let's write this. This starts with P. This starts with B. So which one would we write first? Obviously bromo. So this is 3-bromo, 5-propyl. Then what is this? What is our parent atom? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what is a 6 carbon atom alkyl group called as? It's called as hexane. So that is 3-bromo, 5-propyl, hexane, 1-OL. Is there a mistake? Yes, there is no required for E. So this is 3-bromo, 5-propyl, hexane, 1-OL, or 3-bromo, 5-propyl, hexanol is the answer for this thing. So I hope nomenclature is clear to you. Next we will be dealing with ethers. So I'll just give you what is an ether, how do you represent an ether. Ether is a compound where, let's see, I'll write the compound so you might understand that. Ether. Ether has 2 alkyl group attached to the lone pairs of oxygen. So oxygen has 2 alkyl groups. This is the structure for a what? Ether. Okay. So we have to learn the bond angle, the bond length, the reactions of ether, etc. So these all would be dealt in the next session. I hope you might have understood the session, and if you've understood it, give my video a huge thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you're new to it. And share my videos with your other friends. So see you on the next part of this chapter. That is chapter 11, alcohols, phenols and ether. Till then, bye-bye.